Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters and the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to another one of our Wednesday fly tying tips. And yes, I know you're used to seeing Ryan, but he is off to the Amazon jungle this week with our summer 2025 Amazon jungle trip with River Plate anglers. And so anyways, I'm filling in. And I'm coming at you today. It's gonna be super quick. I've just got 1, 2, 3, 4 fly tying hacks for you. First thing I wanna show you is a neat little trick for getting Flashabou or Crystal Flash. It works with both Crystal Flash and Flashabou, managing this stuff. Now, most of you know that if you take this out of the package, okay, and then you just leave it laying around, or you've got it, you put it in your kit. I mean, it becomes a mess. And then it gets all tangled up and knotted up and tangles with everything else. Well, I've got a little trick for you. I think we've shown this in a couple of videos, but anyways, I thought I'd show it to you here. In the package that it comes in, which is almost always a rectangular package like this, cut a little triangle out of that. Okay? Just cut a little triangle right out of the package. And eventually, once you use up one side of the hank, then you might have to come and make a cut on this side. And so now you get this position right here, and you've got that little triangle that you cut, and now you can just reach in with your scissor points, pull out the amount that you want, kind of smooth it out, and then trim it right off. And that keeps everything perfectly intact in the original packaging. Okay, and lay it down. That way you're not even taking it out of the package. It doesn't get tangled up. And then tie it in, do whatever you need to do with it. Another little hack too is if you only use a small part of this, take a pair of hackle pliers and pinch it onto there and then set it aside. And that way this bunch or this bundle doesn't come apart, and you don't waste all this. So take a pair of those flat hackle pliers. How about Enrico Puglisi fibers or such? There's a lot of different fibers like this out there. Of course, I use a lot of EP fibers. And when they come out of the package, they're just as such. And if you don't do something with them and then you set them down, man, they come apart. They get all tangled up and knotted. They separate. Well, what I've learned to do is as soon as you pull them out of the package, okay, take a stout rubber band and just grab one end and come around as many times as it takes to get that tight. I could have gone one more, but that's fine. And then it all stays neat and like a horse's tail. And then you can just come in and pull out what you need. I mean, you're gonna waste a little bit there but the amount that it saves you over time and saves from getting this all knotted up, it really makes a big deal. So that's a little hack that I've learned over the years in working with Enrico Puglisi. Another thing that I've been doing for many, many years is I buy these big old Ziploc baggies. For those of you that tie specific patterns and then you come back to tie those patterns again and flies that you might tie a lot of, I get these big Ziploc baggies. I write on there with a Sharpie as to what it is. I'm getting ready to go to Cuba here shortly, so I'm tying a bunch of Avalon crabs. And of course, I don't ever tie as many as I need or want, and I might come back. So everything needed to tie an Avalon crab. A lot of times I'll even have a bobbin in here with the thread that I need already spooled up. And then I've got a big Tupperware containers in my basement, and I just throw these Ziploc baggies in there. Then here's my Andros Island Gotcha. in a bigger bag, and that's something that I do. And even if I have color variations, all the color variations, my plantation crab is right there. And I mean, I've got probably 50 or 60 different fly patterns that I tie on a regular basis, and even at certain times during the year when I'm heading on a trip. And all I have to do is open up that Tupperware, pull out that bag, lay everything out, and then of course it goes right back in that bag, and it keeps me pretty well organized. I've seen some other people that do that also. It was kind of funny. We had Tim Flagler right here in the studio, and he was doing the same thing. It turns out we've been doing it both for 20 some years. Also recently, somebody complained to me about Zap-A-Gap, that they got, they only got like a couple weeks worth of use out of Zap-A-Gap, and then it was all dried up. Well, try keeping your Zap-A-Gap in the freezer. It will not dry up. That's something that Dave Whitlock taught us many years ago. And then if you're worried about spilling or it leaking, get yourself one of these little foamy Zap-A-Gap holders. These are, of course, available at madriveroutfitters.com. Of course, it is a gadget that you absolutely don't need, but if you're frustrated by Zap-A-Gap and it drying up and or spilling on your fly tying bench, keep it in the freezer and get yourself one of these little foamy guys. So there you have it, friends. Some of my favorite and best fly tying hacks coming at you here on Wednesday, fly tying tips. So that might be about all the cool stuff I know how to teach you. So let's hope Ryan makes it back safely from the Amazon jungle, which he will. So thanks as always for being here. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the like button, hop on over to our website and register for our monthly newsletter, and stay tuned. We've got a ton more fly tying content coming your way.